All right, welcome back and welcome to episode 177 of Those Millennials podcast. Today I'm your humble, grateful, extremely thankful host, Kay the Classic. I'm here with my nearest and dearest, my boys and friends in real life. The Fantastic Four have arrived. We are here. We are them. Jesse's back. Jesse, what you doing? How's your pockets? How's your mental health?
I'm good, man. Mental health's there. Pockets is alright. Then not really, but yeah, I'm living. I'm living. I can't complain.
Love it, love it. Rell, how's your mental health? How's your pockets? Everything all right over there? Got the
What's
Fenty
good?
on, so the pockets all right. They must be doing all right.
What's Gucci?
How did I get mad off of that? And
Tell us about that thirst trap vacay. See,
we
niggas
gonna
like him,
get to the
niggas like him sitting there posting.
trip.
He out in Hawaii.
Look, we gonna get to that.
That's the thirst trap.
And Clips, welcome back. How you doing, man? How's your mental health? How's your pockets? Everything good with you?
Not even an aloha, bruh.
Hey, ladies, Rell be traveling. I know the ladies like to travel nowadays, so he threw those thirst traps out there to let y'all know he's traveling there. He a traveling man. No longer just Miami Rell.
Before we get to that, before we get to Rell thotting around being a baddie, I want to just say thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. We hope you guys had a happy, safe, productive, fun Halloween. Hope everybody enjoyed their time over the weekend. But first, before we get to Rell starting around, thotting bopping, I do want to give some RIP.
I didn't want to talk about them. Skip to the next subject. It already pissed me off.
What? We didn't do nothing.
Yeah. I'm not talking about it.
I do want to get to some RIPs. Obviously, it's been 2 weeks since we recorded, so we got 3 RIPs that we're gonna get to real quick. Obviously, Matthew Perry, RIP to Friends. I never watched Friends, but RIP to the legend Matthew Perry.
I really wish you wouldn't stop throwing legend around like that, please.
All right, it wasn't on UPN, guys.
My bad. You're right. My bad. To the cultural iconic show friend Matthew Perry. There you go.
Yes.
Right. Yes. My bad. I know
white people's living single.
Friends fan. I don't know why he's not talking about it. He want to get his stuff. I never watched Friends. I realize RIP, and I don't want to say thoughts, prayers, and condolences to all his friends, and everybody that all his loved ones. I realized this after his passing, and I know a lot of people was hurt. I realized I never watched a full episode of Friends. I've watched it.
I don't think I have it either.
I've never sat and watched a full episode of Friends.
Anytime I turn,
I've only been told the cliff notes.
Yeah, I've never watched a full episode of Friends.
Me either. I turn on the TV and be on CW, and I'll be in the middle of an episode. I watch for 5 minutes, and the laugh track comes on, and I'm like, I don't know what's so funny, and I change the channel.
We don't need to shit on the show, Jesse. Don't do that.
I'm not. I'm just saying, for me, that's what happens. I'm just telling you my life.
We don't need to poop on the show. But again, like we said, cultural icon, part of a cultural show, timeless show. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Richard Roundtree. Obviously, he's big.
Legend.
Awesome.
God, that hurt me, man.
Legend.
Now that's a legend.
Okay, so now I can come around the legend. I got another legend, but obviously legend, most known for Shaft, but played in a whole bunch of other roles. Icon, Rell Harden off of Rell. You want to talk about this one too? Known for Shaft, but he played in a whole plethora. I didn't like how people was putting him in the box. He played in a whole bunch of other shit than just.
Yeah, they put him in that box a long time ago, but he's been in so much stuff.
He was the coolest black man I saw.
We knew him as old Richard Roundtree, at least for us, and the newest stuff that he would be in. Obviously, we knew him from Shaft and stuff, but older Richard Roundtree because he'd be in a lot of stuff that we watch, and he'd be playing the older man.
Right. Played in a lot of older stuff, yeah. And this one hurt me, man. RIP to the legend, to the GOAT, Bobby Knight. One of my
the original Alabama slammer.
Right,
throwing the chair.
Responsible for some of our favorite, like Coach K, Isaiah Thomas, the OG Isaiah
Thomas. Revolutionary.
Yeah, he was a good coach, yeah, but he was kind of a piece of shit too at the same time.
People say that, and I've always
That's fact.
I like coaches.
No,
like
no, no,
Me
I don't like
personally,
coaches choking. You
I like coaches. I like
choking?
coaches like that.
No, no, there's a line,
A
and he
choke
crossed
player?
it several times.
He
Yeah,
crossed-
Well, I
he
mean
choked
that. I
players.
mean, obviously he's known
That's
for
bullshit.
throwing the chair. I read some of his book too.
like
Obviously, he choked.
there's being fiery and in your face, and
Yeah, I mean,
but he crossed.
obviously he crossed the line, but me personally, and I know that, and I'm aware that this
Would you
is not
send
right.
your son to play for a coach like that today?
I'm
Hell the
telling you
fuck
this right
yeah.
now, Jesse. I mean, real.
With that kind of a Bobby Knight, where he might be
Real,
grabbing
real.
him and touching him and all
If
this
you let
shit,
me,
you
I'm
want
about to
somebody
answer you.
disrespecting your
real.
son
I'm
for
about,
basketball?
I'm about to answer you right now. If you let me,
I'm
answer.
talking to Clips too. He's the Clips say yeah too.
Oh, Clips, you want to answer?
So without the physicality, right? I'm dismissing some of that because my son would also know how to fight, so that old man would get tossed. But
no, Clips.
beyond
Don't
that,
pick and choose what you want to throw out and keep in. I'm talking about Bobby Knight and what you know about the abuse. Would you send your son over to play for him?
if my son was a top 5-star recruit going to a school of that caliber, I would send my son to that school.
And I'm with Clips, and I know that, and me and Clips might be controversial to some people, but
white man not talking to my son like that.
I had a coach that did that shit.
Hey, you can't do that.
Again,
You
not Bobby
can't
Knight
do
level
the
of
white
stuff.
that's selected.
Not Bobby
No,
Knight.
but when it comes to sports, I've learned now you don't have to be that. You can like I watch.
Sure,
Mike
not
Brown.
now because people are soft.
I watch a clip.
I don't want to saw people soft, but
I don't think
personally,
that don't got nothing to do with soft. I think it got
respond. Me
I don't want nobody talking to me like
I'm
that.
aware. I'm aware that this is not probably the politically correct thing. I responded to coaches like that. Me personally, they got the best out of me when I played. When that happened to me.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, you can be all those things without putting your hands on your players.
Agreed. I'm agreeing with you.
That's the thing where it's like, what Rell is saying is,
this ain't the time to kick his back in. The man just going.
No, we're not. Hey, when Kobe passed away, people talked about Colorado. So we talk about this.
Not us here.
No, we could say
but this is a part of Bobby Knight's fucking story, so we're gonna talk about it, whether the nigga's dead or not.
We're not denying that he was a great coach. I'm not denying he's a great coach. Would I send my son? Most likely, but I would tell him the moment he puts your hands on you, the qualifier for me would just be the coach you come into my living room, you're recruiting my top 5 kid, and I would tell you straight up, my kid responds to tough love. But he doesn't. What I'm gonna tell him right now, and I'm telling you right to your face, the moment you put your hands on him in a way that is unacceptable is the moment he leaves that school. That right then and there. We're mixing soft with allowing people to get away with shit.
Yeah,
so it's like, they're soft, they can't take that. No, I'm pretty sure a player can take tough love. Probably a lot of dudes can't, or a lot of guys, especially with the way that things go now, they probably ain't used to that stuff. But somebody that there's a way, like Popovich communicates in a way where he doesn't put his hands on players. He doesn't do all that stuff. But he's known as a tough coach, a coach that demands a lot, that sits there and says, you know what, this is what I expect of you, and gets on you for that. You know what I mean?
The unfortunate piece, though, the unfortunate piece about that is it's time period.
Time period. That's the unfortunate. He got away with it. Time period is why.
Yes, and so
this is all hindsight,
but as the mindsets of coaching and athletes have evolved from Bobby Knight's prime era to a Popovich, a lot of things has changed in between. I'm talking about my top 5 kid, if I dropped him off in that specific era
in Indiana,
right? Because you also got to think about the mindset of parents at that time, the mindset of education, all of those things are in tandem with why things slid the way they slid. I can't with this mind right now, and I'm dropping the kid off. No, there's no way. But if at that time I was alive and kicking with as a parent, yes, I would send my kid to Mr. Knight. 100%.
I agree, and I will also say in knowing, we also didn't know about this stuff. It didn't come out. Antics during the game we knew about, but we didn't know what he was doing to his players at that point. And
there was always investigation. Like when he choked the actual player, he was under investigation.
Yeah.
No, we saw the video.
I'm talking. Yeah, that was. Yeah, you're right.
We didn't have to go in this, but I just wanted to send on my.
Yeah, rest in peace. He's a legendary coach. He's revolutionized the game. Like he's a legendary coach.
Coach K says nothing but positive things about it. Anytime Coach K talks, does any kind of interview, he always mentions the late great Bobby Knight, and he, just a legend. The nickname, the General, just when will be missed. All right, Rell. Can we talk? Can you fix your face, and then can you tell us how Hawaii was, how your trip went to? Because I'm speaking for them, but I'm really speaking for me because I ain't never been to Hawaii. I can't afford to go to Hawaii. I ain't living that way, but I just want to hear from.
Says the nigga with the house and a 3-car garage. Suck my dick.
I want to hear from you, like how was your trip to my Hawaii? What'd you do? What was the activities? How was the talent as a taken person out there? Just let me vicariously through you. How's the talent out there? But how.
First off, I went with the lovely young lady who is. So I'm gonna get that out the way.
You flew somebody out. You flew somebody out, Rell. All right,
I got a little shorty first. My old lady. I got somebody
I'm
talking to.
Okay.
I didn't go to the
bro.
We went.
Much respect to I ain't gonna even talk shit no more.
Yes, he stamped her too. He stamped her.
I didn't even see that.
That's it, my little shorty. We've been talking, but anyways, but stop blowing this shit up because you probably never meet her before the relationship even ends.
You're gonna be back in Miami and Tootsies.
I'll be back in Tootsies. I'll be back in Tootsies by New Year's Eve. The way that shit. But anyways, my Honolulu, crazy man. Like I honestly, like I never had been to Hawaii before, and like I was kind of debating on going to which islands to go to, and landing in Honolulu 5 hours and 35 minutes over water because you literally don't see shit until you get there, and like so
I can't.
So
he's going down, and I'm like, I guess that's it.
Well, I ate an edible before I went on the plane. So by the time I hit elevation, it was like, nigga, if it go down,
exactly.
Hakuna Matata, you know, I probably would have been singing if it went down, So I was by the time we landed, I was fucked up. But they're 3 hours behind West Coast time. So I left at 8 a.m., landed at 11:35 a.m. their time because they're 3 hours behind. So that kind of fucked me up because basketball starts at 1 p.m. over there on most days. And so Shorty was getting mad because she know that a nigga sports nut, she come through, take her to the Usher shows when she come out, when she fly out and shit. But when
take me to the Usher show.
I mean, I can.
If I come out, you gonna take me out?
Yeah, man, come on out. Come out to Vegas, bro. Yeah, man, I got you. So when Shorty, she know I was kind of a sports nut, so she'd be coming out here, but she was getting mad because it was like 1 o'clock and I was getting ready to lock in on 3 or 4 NBA games. I'm like, hey, I got some bets going. Like I need to lock in on a couple over unders.
This is how we paid for this. This is how we paid for this.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
Nothing too personal.
No, not too personal. And can you not get upset when I ask this question?
I can't promise you that at all.
What did you eat? What did you eat out there? Because I hope you didn't just go out there and eat chicken fingers, nigga.
No, I get, no.
I hope you didn't go out there and eat just
dog. So I was get to the part of the story.
Don't go to Miami and eat chicken fingers and fries.
I land out there in Honolulu. I am like a chicken wing and chicken finger.
I know that's your bag. That's your go-to.
You land restaurant. You land, and first day was cool. Second day, she did her thing, went shopping. I was taking care of some shit. Third, though, when we went to the luau on the private beach. That was that they had. Oh yeah. You know, that's on the other side.
Hey, Jesse, all I hear is cha-ching. Private beach, cha-ching. Keep going.
I was gonna say, was it a resort? It was a resort, right?
Yeah, it was on the other side of the island with like an actual a family from Samoa. And you know my Uncle Fatu, so he plugged me into this one, so he told me about it's one of the best ones, bro. When I say I'd never experienced anything like this, first off, Polynesian people and all my Pacific Islander people are some of the nicest people in the world.
You haven't talked about you still haven't talked about the talent out there.
There was some beautiful women. I mean, yeah, like I said, the beautiful Pacific Islander women. I mean, but I wasn't gawking. You know, I had my eyes respective. You know, I had to put my shades on a couple of times.
That's all I wanted.
But no, yeah, the most beautiful Pacific Islander women I've ever seen in my life. Okay. Where it was just like, and they speak. And the crazy part, they speak English. Like I was thinking, like this is the only place where I can get like a beautiful Pacific Islander woman, and they speak like they speak English. Like you go to Brazil, they speak their language over there. Like most of but like most people, because you get a lot of transplants from over there. A lot of people who fly from other countries that live in Hawaii just because. So. But overall, the smoked pig at the luau was possibly the highlight. The luau, I was fucking drunk as shit. I hit the peyote with a couple Simones on the side of the island. And then they got me a little bit too fucked up, and Shorty had to drive me back and got a little bit mad at me. But we had a fucking luau, like, and nigga, them Buhama mamas and them Mai Tais, nigga had about 8 of those each. But it's like, it's my fucking dime. I'm paying. Like I told her, I'm paying for all this shit. But overall, good time. I can't wait to go back. It's one of the places, like, if I go back again, I don't think I'm leaving. And if I hit one of these parlays again, that just might be the case. But beautiful city, and like little facts about it. Where I found out was like I was walking through a spot, and this dude was like, "Oh, like this was Obama's preschool," because I totally forgot that Obama was born there. And then
according to Trump, not according to Trump.
And then,
don't say his name.
Sorry,
and then I was driving through a botanic garden, and I saw this big ass sign. I was like, "Why is that big ass sign over there?" And she was like, "This is where they shot Jurassic Park." And so I had two things I had totally forgot about that I didn't even know took place in Honolulu. That I was like, damn, this is crazy. So they had like this big ass, still kind of mock shift where they shot in scenes and areas where they shot Jurassic Park at, and there was no dinosaurs. So other than that, Honolulu, 10 out of 10, man. Honolulu, there's a couple other. I went to a couple of the islands I can't name. Hilo. I didn't go to the one Maui, but I did donate while I was out there for anybody who should kiss my ass.
To the island where Tito was from Rocket Power.
Hey, I'm telling you, if I take my ass back out there, I'm gonna end up like Tito. I'm gonna end up like Tito working at a bar somewhere, a sports bar.
What was the name of their shack? What was the name of their shack?
It was Tito's shack. Wait, what was it called?
Somebody Google it, but we gonna move on. Appreciate it, Rell, man. Hey, man, it looked fun. I'm glad you had a good time, and shout out to Shawty, since that's what we calling her. Blessings. Rell, we gonna go back to you, Rell, because we didn't get Rell's picks last week. We got to get to Rell's picks this week. Sponsored by
the Shore Shack.
Shore Shack, there it is. Shore Shack.
Sponsored by the Shore Shack.
And I just want to show the people that I don't be fucking around. This is right here. Where's my camera at? This right here, that's a Derrick Henry. You see that green? That's a win. That's for Derrick Henry. Anytime touchdown over a half. I nibbled. It's not a lot, but it was a plus 125. Let's just show people that I'm really out here doing this shit.
Rell,
proud of you, brother.
People think I'm out here
playing criticism, and it just.
Anyways, let me go with this 14 parlay.
I thought you weren't doing this. Like, why would you be making that up?
I don't know.
Somebody who watched the show made a comment to Rell.
Oh, wow.
And Rell
look at that, America. You're not winning like Rell is.
You ain't in Hawaii.
Right. I mean, I'm saying you ain't in Hawaii.
You're here to no luau.
You ain't
it sound like pig. My man doing something.
You didn't eat no pig with an apple in their mouth spinning on no fire.
He ate the hog. Oh, and he flew a shorty out. Oh,
different boy.
I think he know what he doing, y'all. I think he know what he doing.
That boy different. Boy.
Anyways, let me get to this real quick. So I got 3-team parlay. So if you want to go, I got one NFL play. Sorry, Jesse. Bengals -2. It's my favorite play of the week. I just hot team, wrong time situation.
Yeah, exactly. I don't expect us to win this one. Not gonna get. I don't think Rasul Butler is gonna play much.
Josh Allen showed this shit that scared me.
I don't think it's a problem. I think it's one of those things. Every time he lands on it, he's gonna be in extreme pain. I don't think it's something it's like leads to a bigger injury. I think it's just like he said, pain tolerant. But that being said, we're an up and down team, so I agree. And the Bengals are now being the Bengals. They always have a slow start and then they pick it back up. This one was a little faster than usual, but I don't expect us to win this game, and it's in Cincinnati. So,
Bro, did you say your three together or no?
No, hold on. So yeah, I'm gonna go Cincinnati -2, and then I got 2 college plays. I'm going with Cincinnati Bengals -2 and the 2 college plays. I'm actually going back to the well. Oh, reliable this weekend. Colorado, we are back here. Colorado has covered. They covered last week. They were underdogs by 14 points. They lost by 12. I hit that. They even though they've been losing, they've been kind of covering, except for the Oregon game, and even in the Stanford game, they covered first half, which I cashed on. I didn't play the whole game on that. So Colorado's a cash guy. Colorado plus 15.5. You can get the hook. That's more than 3 scores. 15.5 is a lot of points. Colorado plus 15.5 at home versus Oregon State. I don't trust Oregon State on the road. Colorado needs a win. It's going to be frisky. And then lastly, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I like the spot. I like the team. And I like the position that they're in because Washington's kind of scaring me now. USC at home as a dog, money line. And I like the over 70.5. Both of those. So let me run down for you.
2 of these.
Over 70.5 USC, Washington, USC money line, Colorado points, Colorado points, and Cincinnati Bengals -2. Also, the last one special, the old rent special is I'm going to give you right now. This is one I'm going to be live betting. I'm telling you right now, this is the one. This one's going to pay for the next trip, and this next trip might not ever come back. I'm putting everything I got on Tyreek Hill over catches, over yards, over touchdowns this weekend. He's playing the Chiefs. They fucked him on that contract, and he's pissed.
He's going over 200 of them things.
Tua's going to intentionally throw him the ball. They're going to McDaniel wants him at bare minimum. He's going to get a score. He's going to get.
They're setting up so many plays for him right now. It's game over.
So I'm putting everything. I'm riding it all on Tyreek anytime touchdown.
Putting the rent and the mortgage and the car note.
It's already paid for the year, bro.
The only time
that boy good, boy. That boy good.
The only time it's not going to work is, the Chiefs do have a great defensive line, and they don't have to rush extras, and that usually throws Tua off. So maybe that may make it a little tough, but still, Tyreek's going to still, whether they win or lose, Tyreek's still going to have the numbers and the touchdown, at least one touchdown. So that man is incredible. So.
All right, so that was Rell's picks, and he gave you an extra one, a player prop pick. So shout out to Rell. This was sponsored by, who do we say this is sponsored by? The Shake Shack and Rocket Pop. Shore Shack, my bad. Shore Shack. All right,
sponsors right.
My bad. That's
wow, Gabe Vincent to miss time. God damn it, man.
We'll get to them. So we're obviously, we're about to get to the not list. This episode is we're gonna talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. We're gonna talk about the Battle of LA a little bit. Obviously, I still got some bars for the Lakers. I'm not fooled by what happened in the overtime game yesterday. I still got some shit to say. And then we're gonna talk about some of our takeaways from the beginning of the season, and then we're gonna be out of here. But first, we're gonna get to the not list. Not list. Number 1, we're starting with Kai Cenat. If you're not familiar with Kai Cenat, one of the biggest streamers in the game. Kai Cenat did a 7-day in jail stream that was very entertaining. Had the internet in uproar for a multitude of reasons. I haven't talked to you guys about this at all. I wanted to know you guys' opinions on this because for the most part, a lot of people hated this for obvious reasons. But I wanted to know you guys' clips. We can start with you. You hang around the youth, you hang around the Gen Zers, so I want to ask you, how do you feel about the Kai Cenat 7-day in jail stream?
It was definitely interesting. It was entertaining. It was one of those things where I love like they did the little Scared Straight type of parodies, like. He had all the right people pull up, and then like everybody else who was just like extra, they played everything like the right way. The highlight for me was when Drewski came through.
Yes,
Drewski's a wild man, bro. and yeah, I think it was entertaining, and I think he's mastered streaming way different than everybody else. It's like the 24-hour streaming, then it's the like making more eventful, bringing other celebrities in to make his streams pop. Like 7 days in jail stream that's a whole new idea. Like a lot of people are gonna follow suit and try to do stuff the way he's done it, but he's also funny. He's also you know uh a kid who understands the culture and kind of like what's fun for black kids who are watching his stuff. So I think he's very much so aware of some of the stuff, and I don't think he uses his power for too much evil. Like what's that kid? Is it like Jack Doherty? Doherty? You know what I'm talking about? The little white boy who
I'm not.
There's this kid. Is this kid named Jack Doherty, and I think he got like beef with like the Island Boys and like all this different stuff. He be trying to stream and do stuff the same way, but this kid, he's
fan base.
Man, he's just destructive, bro. He's just destructive. So
he uses scandal to build his. He uses scandalous shit to try to build his.
He's a Paul brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he's judging.
Jesse, what do you think about the stream? And what do you think?
I didn't know this happened. I didn't know this happened. I know he's very popular, man. I know he does his thing. I'm still a person that's he is entertaining. I've seen clips of stuff he does. I will say, watching somebody for 7-8 hours, it blows my mind. That this is what it's come to.
I've kind of not.
But no, I've watched the clips. Like, no, he's actually very creative. It's like his own personal like sketch show that's live. So it's like he knows how to keep people entertained and all that. It just blows my mind. I can't even listen to. I tell y'all about Drink Champs and all that stuff. I can't even listen to that.
Like, I mean, but who can? The people that can sit and watch Drink Champ full episodes consistently in one sitting are nuts.
Yeah,
it's my Saturday cleanup show.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta it just got to play. But I don't know nothing about this. I don't feel anything about this. He's a streamer. Of course, he went to a jail and streamed for 7 days. It's like, of course, he.
But it was a fake jail, right?
Yes, it was a fake jail. Rell, will you have any comments? What do you have to say?
I thought the shit was stupid, but I mean,
that's what the internet thought for the most part. Keep going.
I thought the shit was whack, but at the same time, however you gotta get clout, get your money, my nigga. I just personally, it's too many. I know too many people in there who don't want to be in there. I mean, but if it's like you doing this skit for like a show or some shit like that, or cool. But if he just doing like, because first there was like this, I personally wasn't sure what was going on because I wasn't familiar with the case that he had pending in New York City with the whole riot shit. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if this was real or not. So I kind of was tapped out. Then I went to Hawaii for 5 days, and so I kind of wasn't on checking in on that. But I thought the shit was dumb, and I don't know. I mean, whatever you get streamed, but it was done in poor taste. I just personally thought it was dumb, and I wouldn't check in with him because I don't even the only time I ever really checked in is when Offset was there, when Offset showed up and he did the Offset thing. Other than that, I don't really.
Right?
Yeah,
because Offset didn't show up to the jail because he talked shit about his album.
Called his album mid.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be better too. I like. Yeah.
Of course, it is.
His album's hard, but to me,
it's not the best. And I kind of thought Offset was gonna go a little bit harder on that, but no, I just didn't think. I don't know what the idea was, but Offset didn't show up. But the only time I ever checked into a stream was when Offset was there. I'm not really a fan of his. I'm not saying he sucks. I just get money, black man. But I personally wouldn't have pretended. Like I said, unless it was for a parody. Now that I'm knowing, getting the full details from y'all, now that I know it was a fake jail, and it's confirmed it was a fake jail, I get it. It's kind of a skit. Cool, you shake your dick in the face of the authority, but your ass really could have went to jail behind that shit. So,
all right, I'm gonna try to make mine short and quick, but it's kind of long-winded. But personally, I was kind of on the same realm as you guys with Kai Cenat. I think when he first started popping up, I was like, why is this nigga in my algorithm? What does this nigga do? But again, that was just me being a older nigga, not understanding just streaming. I've come on here for years talking about I don't understand watching people streams for hours when you could just play the same game or same kind of thing. But obviously, that's just me being older and just not recognizing what that is and what that entails. And now I don't sit and watch streams like that, but I'll sit and watch a streamer here and there. Personally, I think what Kai Cenat has been doing has been really, really innovative, to be honest with you. I think he's been ahead of the curve as far as a lot of these streamers. And I feel like Rell, I don't know if it was Rell or Clips that said it. I think a lot of streamers are gonna start trying to take from him, take his bag. They're gonna start following suit, trying to copy some of this shit. There's another streamer that I'm Aiden Ross, like niggas like him that just do shit. Like again, I don't watch Aiden Ross, but I'm familiar with him just because he's one of the names that get constantly mentioned when you mention the Kai Cenats. And I think there's another there's another girl. It's a girl too. That's like part of their whole crew where they don't really game all the time, but they stream all the time and they just do stuff. But I thought, like I said, I thought
Thank God I'm about to have kids after this era, but as they get older, it may be something worse.
I thought, like I said, I thought it was innovative. Like Clip said, Drewski was probably the most entertaining. Krishan Rock was in there as well.
Didn't what's her name block him?
Gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gorilla went to his house. I mean, again, I don't know, but I just think
Was it yeah, because of her new song, which I
oh yeah, because he shitted on her song. I mean,
he really did it. He just said it. He was really like,
I don't
question the decision.
Shout out to Gorilla. I think she has amazing hits, and I just don't think that last one was one of them.
I don't think it is either.
All right, there you go.
Move on.
For that to be such a great sample, I didn't anyway. But yeah, I think Kai Cenat is a fucking trailblazer innovator. I think again, besides that that New York PlayStation shit, I think he's been killing shit, and he definitely understands his power, and these companies are lining up to give him money, man, because
he's in the new Good Burger.
He's out here making more money than a lot of these.
Anybody go see that
right now? And
I'm not gonna watch it yet.
I'm gonna watch it. Yes, I don't know if I'll go to the theater, but
I still gotta go see Killers of Flower Moon.
All right, so that was the first not list. Number 2 on the not list. Sorry, let me pull out my phone. It was supposed to be ready. I apologize. And now my phone's taking forever. All right, number 2 on the not list. DoorDash now warns customers that orders without a tip may take longer to be delivered. So if you don't tip with DoorDash, this is just strictly DoorDash because I already looked this up. Because I was like, what about all the other?
That's cool. I don't fuck with DoorDash anyways.
So when you get the confirmation, there'll be a prompt for if you want to tip. And in that prompt, if you do leave it at 0, there'll be another prompt that tells you, based off you not tipping, your food may come a little later. It is.
So I'm paying for a service. I have to tip, and if I don't tip, my service is gonna be
a little later,
potentially bad.
I'm already paying more than what the cost of
the message literally reads, and this is quoted: "Orders with no tip might take longer to get delivered. Are you sure you want to continue?" That's kind of wild.
That's insane.
That's kind of wild. Right?
It said no tip, and I believe that's true. If you putting 0 for the tip, you probably should just go to McDonald's.
Go pick up your food.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean,
if you putting 0 for a tip,
to do that is kind of weird. I mean, and if these people are touching your food, I feel like you should tip anyway. In my opinion, not all places. Not if you're like, I'm gonna sound crazy.
If you're doing the delivery service, I think so.
Yeah, if you're doing the delivery service, like for me, and I stand on this. Like, if you go to these like teriyaki madness bowl places, right, where they make you chicken and rice bowls, and then they prompt, and like literally this is the person that's just ordering your food. They're just taking your order. They're just taking your order, right? And they spin a little thing around and they ask you for the tip. I'm not tipping that person. In my opinion, I feel like that's tip bullying. I just like just because you spin this shit around and it tells you like, hey, I have to do this. You can skip this and just you know what I'm saying.
The only reason
I feel like that's to me that's like it's like putting unwanted pressure on you to give this person the tip.
Yeah, I think the only time I do tip is like I notice it's like a mom and pop shop, so it's like I know
Right.
the tip is not going to this person; it's going towards that. To
Like
everybody.
I'll tip if I'm getting a Subway, if I'm like having a foot long and I'm doing a Subway sandwich, I'll tip those people because they're touching my food, they're preparing my food, they're going to the computer and ringing up my food. But the person that just literally is taking my order, pressing the buttons on the computer, and then spinning the thing around, and then it says it's asking for a tip. That person I won't tip. That's just me. Y'all do it. Teach his own. But I'm just talking about me.
Yeah, it just depends on the venue where I'm at.
And lastly, real quick on the DoorDash thing before we move on, I mean, recently, a couple weekends ago, I DoorDash something actually because I don't like driving out here because I be getting fucked up. So I was pretty fucked up on a Saturday night, and it was like a good college game. I got too drunk and I fell asleep before the DoorDash came, bro. I woke up, it was like 3:00 in the morning with my food outside and shit. I was hot. Dude had knocked at my door. I was fucking pissed. I was like, bro, I DoorDash this shit to my fucking house, pay extra. And it was like from a place in North Vegas where I'm like, they got this jerk pasta that I really like. And I was like, fuck. And I was just like, but nigga, I'm fucked up. What you want me to do? Drive I'm there.
One time for me, I Uber Eats, and I had an edible, and I ate the edible like an hour before. That's obviously why I was Uber eating. And I was like, Jesse, don't fall asleep. Like if you lay down, you're gonna fall asleep.
It was a wrap.
And I was like, nope, I'll put something on that I want to watch. I put it on. An hour later, she kept calling me, and I tipped her like $20 because she stayed. And she had like another order afterwards, and she stayed. I was like, thank God. But it's cool. It's all good though, So I totally understand. They should be tips, and
yeah, 100%.
And the easiest way around it is put a dollar tip. Like put the lowest amount that's possible, and then keep moving. Like that. That's the easiest way around it.
Yeah, agreed. Teach his own. Like I said, if all this shit is I just don't like the bullying part. It's unwanted pressure to me, and
it definitely feels forced.
It feels that's the word. It feels forced. And maybe I'm just speaking from a broke boy's perspective, but it is what it is. All right, number 3 on the not list. This one is this one's kind of kind of people was happy and celebrating this, but then it's like, what'd you guys expect to happen? So McDonald's and Chipotle are raising menu prices in California. So if you are not aware, it was Governor Gavin Newsom increased the minimum wage for fast food chains, right, to $20. Everybody thought it was a great thing. I thought it was a great thing. But then I sat and thought about it more than just that $20. I was like, oh, these companies are not stupid. If they're going to be forced to pay $20, they're just going to upcharge the food. And sure enough, that's exactly what they're doing. I think this is Chipotle's 4th time raising their food prices in like the last, I want to say like 2 years. You can't walk out of Chipotle now by yourself. If you're getting a Chipotle bowl or burrito on your own, I feel like you're walking out spending just under like $14, $15.
I'll just say this as soon as I seen what sucks is these companies have the money. They don't have to raise their prices. They just doing it.
But they don't want the money to come out.
They don't. They're gonna try to continue to make the same amount they've been making, or possibly make more. So they're gonna blame it. And now what they do is, which it's like in sports, we're gonna make you mad at the employee, not the company. Mad at the employee. We're a bad football team, been a terrible organization for all this time, but this person wants to get paid or wants out, get mad at that person. Like These people want more money. They deserve more money. You would raise their minimum wage. Keep in mind, they fought this, and they fought it long enough. So then
they
they
fought.
can.
Yeah, they
And the
fought
fight
for
was
them when the
simply,
employee to get $20. Yeah.
yeah. The fight was simply to like give them time to figure out what the cost should be for to raise the prices. That was all it is, just to hold it off as much as possible. Now everybody's like, we saw the protesting, saw the picketing, saw all that. We're supporting it, and then the prices went up. Oh, fuck that! Now you mad at the employee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it sucks because in this situation where you believe, especially when it comes to fast food, because people already have a problem with fast food employees are enough, which they're not perfect, but it is what it is. But it's like one of those things where you just increase them to be mad at, and now you increase the aggression towards them, and it sucks. And now it also didn't really help them in the long run because the cost of living, getting 20 an hour is nothing, man. It's nothing.
It's not.
Yeah. Did y'all? Yeah. Is Skittles still banned in California?
Yes,
It's
of course.
not yet.
The red dye 40 thing is in effect, big dog.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But Al Gore been trying to tell us about red dye 40 for a minute. So
yeah.
Al Gore invented the internet. So
hey, you're right.
No. Number 4 on the not list. We can just the Rell already we were briefly talked about this before the pod, but Skims is now the official underwear partner of the NBA and WNBA. Shout out to Kim K. What a bag on her. What notoriety. This is it's going to be interesting to see when they get the now that they have the they're going to have the rights to the NBA. If niggas going to be wearing Dallas Maverick skim underwear.
These companies hate shit, bro. Like them niggas, these motherfuckers will take $1 from anybody and use that shit. Here's
the thing, though. As a man,
here we go.
Like,
Like,
if I'm wearing my Skims, and Shorty look at my Johnson, I don't want it to be see through like that. I'm not comfortable wearing my Skims around Shorties. They're gonna be looking at my Johnson head. I don't want to be doing that. I don't feel comfortable.
All different types of Skims. They got shirts. They got regular T-shirts for Skims. They got regular T-shirts for men.
Hey,
it's not just underwear.
Also, if y'all want to look at the Johnson, go right ahead.
Teach your own.
Exactly.
Now, Jesse, we got rights too. I have too many Charlies come over here thinking we gonna have sex, but I just want to chill, bitch. You think you about to get some dick, and I'm like,
put on some sweats. Why are you in the skin?
So if I come over so if a Shorty come over and I'm in my Skims. And now do I gotta change
for this scenario? Only just for this scenario.
You said, are they paying?
Do I have to change now? How am I gonna feel when Charlie get ready to pop my top off one night and she got to pull down my rubber Skims?
A lot of analogies that's going on right now. A lot of verbs. You done?
Wow.
I'm just asking, is that manly if a Charlie have to roll down to pop some top? You know what I'm saying? Like
the Fenty hoodie on. You all got Fenty boxers?
A fucking NFL hoodie with NFL logo on the back.
Yeah, but it's Fenty though, right?
Yeah, that's the only shit I buy. Nigga, I told you I don't like my drawers that tight, so that's why I'm not getting the Skims.
But you like the pants tight. I caught you. You mean you rocking the skinnies?
Nigga, that was 6 years ago. That
you
was
are jogging. You definitely are jogging, nigga. I've seen you in the joggers. I've seen you in them track pants. That's
Hawaiian
tight.
shirts and shorts in Honolulu, nigga. I was.
Oh, my bad. He still got that Hawaiian hair, guys. I'm sorry.
He done upgraded on us.
It's different, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Money long. Yeah, I gave you the plays. You could have been in Hawaii with me. You put the plays in, you go to Hawaii. It's simple.
Listen to the man.
All right, this one happened last week, but I really wanted to get you guys' thoughts on this because this was very, very interesting, and this was very in the sneaker community. This was a very, very interesting question that I struggle with because I don't know if I would have done it. So De'Aaron Fox signs with not Under Armour, but not only Under Armour, he signs under Stephen Curry's brand
Steph Curry. Yep.
Under Armour called Curry Brand. Now I'm gonna ask you guys this personal question, and Jesse, I'm gonna start with you. As a current player that's still in the league, would you sign under another current player? What, even though the current player is a legend, all-time great, would you sign somebody that you're trying to beat, who's in the same conference as you? Would you sign under a player that's in your sign under a player like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we look at a lot of these things like, look, I get being competitive, I get having a mindset, but at the end of the day, when it comes to that, man, let's go make some money. Like, what else is there? If you tell me this is, we're gonna make money, if you are offering a better contract than all these other companies, then give me let's make some money.
So Rell, so you agree with him? So Rell, you agree? You say the same thing?
Yeah, because I don't even think it's like dick riding like that, because Steph is like
I'm not using that as dick. Don't add words in my mouth. I'm not saying it's like
pause. You crazy right now. Easy say put words in my mouth, dick ride.
I literally said put words in my mouth. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, you said putting in my mouth and dick ride. It was just crazy for a second. But all I'm saying is that it's not because Steph is like.
Would you do that, Rell?
Yeah, if I'm not, first off, it takes a certain special to get somebody to get a signature shoe that sells at a successful rate. That's going to be consistent, because I don't even really see the shoe sales of everybody, so I don't even know how to compare the Jaws to the Tatums. I know the Jaws are one of the higher selling shoes right now for Nike. But as far as like Stephen Curry, like, yeah, if I'm De'Aaron Fox and I can't get a deal that's going to really, put me at that level, being attached to someone like Steph Curry and that brand is fine, long as the bag is good.
Being the first.
Honestly, it would surprise me if Scoot Henderson did it too, because I don't know if Scoot got a deal.
Because is this for a round table? Do you agree with this shit?
I agree with it because of the nature of how getting the bag in the league works. I think I agree from the standpoint of,
what if
especially as it pertains.
Question for what if there were other bags that was equal to that bag? Let's separate the bag thing.
Well, okay. I think it provides a player like De'Aaron Fox the opportunity to be seen more. I'm not saying that he wasn't like a star, but under Curry's umbrella, you're gonna want to pay attention to him a little more. He's going to automatically get and absorb some of Curry's fan base as far as like who purchases his attire, and that's the De'Aaron stuff is gonna take off, right? So I think for him, especially looking at, no, I don't think anyone was knocking at his door like that to give him his own signature shoe. And I think for him,
I'm just talking about strictly the money being all equal. The money was all equal.
Oh no! But I think that's kind of like where it's at. Why he would probably feel where that's justified. I mean, you can use even like the kind of examples of like how Rich Paul's clientele works. There's so many other groups and entities and agents out there, but now you got all these people getting a bag under Rich. So it's the LeBron effect for that. I mean, but that's kind of what I'm looking at.
One quick thing is that Steph taps into a market that a lot of players would like to tap into, which is that, that China market, which is pretty huge on, and especially when it comes to his fan base and when he in the shoes that how the Curry sell over there. That's going to be big for De'Aaron Fox, and whatever he comes out with, just being attached to the Curry name, that's big.
Yeah.
I think one thing I would say is just, I think Clips scratched on it, and Rell's kind of scratched on it. Being promoted, he's the first on the Curry brand, and it ain't like Curry got shoes that really are like, the one thing about being on the Jordan brand, right? Jordans overshadow all the shoes on the Jordan brand. Even though the Jordan brand is more for performance and everything, but all the signature players, it's like you could name only like a few shoes that really stand out as much as because the Jordan overshadows at least the Curry brand. It doesn't really do that. You can. The only thing that I would see this, I think what you're saying, Kev, is like he's in the league still. This is a rival, all these things. But these guys have changed how they talk. Like they're all friends. They all cool with each other. They all hang out, and they're all about building, making business deals and building, and they want to give back to each other. So I would just use that and take it because I don't think you would want to be. This ain't De'Aaron Fox's first shoe deal. I think Nike. If he went back to Nike, or I don't know if he started with Nike, but I think was he Nike? It was a Nike. Okay, yep. If he Nike, look how big and vast their amount of athletes they have on there, and they also only giving you that really signature shoe if you're a standout player, a Luka. If you're that, De'Aaron Fox,
I don't know what De'Aaron's checking. I don't know what De'Aaron's checking for, to be honest with you. Or I would tell you guys, I don't know what his team. I don't think a signature shoe was out there for De'Aaron anyway.
I don't think so.
But I will say this. I receive what y'all saying. If I just feel like this would have been different for me. If the only thing is that he's a current. I agree. If he wasn't a current NBA player, then I'm with y'all. But the fact that he's still in the league and he's literally somebody that I have to go through, like we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the regular season. Like
that don't make me less competitive.
I'm with y'all, but the Kings have lost literally 2 heartbreaker games to the Warriors in the last couple of days. And again, maybe this is just me. Maybe this is just one of those things on me. I don't think this was everything. Michael, even when you talked about the Jordans, right, and people under the Jordan umbrella. Jordan talked about this in many interviews. When he saw an opponent wearing his shoes, he was like, "I know I got that person. I have that person." Again, it's just one of those small little things that is I'm trying to go through that person. Me personally, I would not want to have that person shoes or anything on like that if I'm literally in the same conference competing with that person.
Or I can make myself the face of the franchise, busting your ass.
I receive all that y'all saying. I'm just saying,
and it's just one of those things.
A lot of people. This was a big thing going on in the sneaker culture, and I was like, because it was a lot of people that thought like y'all, and then there was a lot of people that thought like me. It was just like.
But I will also say this: let's take sneakers out of this. If I came to you, Kev, and said, "Look, man, I'm starting a chain of restaurants."
Yep.
And the restaurant's gonna be under my name, but you run Sacramento. So these chains that go to Sacramento, you're gonna be a 50-50 partner on this. Are you not gonna take that? Because these dudes, these dudes do deals with each other all the time.
We're not competing against each other in that. Are we competing against each other?
I'm still competing with you. You're a current player I'm competing against.
No, but in your scenario about restaurants, am I competing against you?
Yeah, I'm still who I am. I'm still Steph Curry. You're still De'Aaron Fox. I'll tell you business opportunity.
I think that's different, but
but my thing is, if you looking beyond it being a business opportunity, then it's different. If you create these things, you're creating this different thing that it's like it doesn't change my competitiveness. It doesn't change how I go out at you. And if anything, it's going to make me go at you more because then I'm going to be pointing at the shoes. Like, I'm going to be talking shit like that. Like, if anything. So, I don't think that takes any competitiveness away from. And if you watch those 2 games that they had those heartbreakers, De'Aaron Fox did ball the fuck out. And so it's like one of those things where
it was his fault.
I would say this too, right? Oh, go ahead, Kev.
No, I'm done. I was going to move on, but if you have something to say, we can say something.
No, I was just going to say, I guess it's more so in the sneaker community that's that conversation. But when I start looking at just the people who show up to play, a lot of times we're not looking at whatever shoes hit the floor are competing against each other, more so as the individuals who are competing against each other. Because I mean, you go back to the early 2000s when AI and Kobe was going at each other. Like AI had the better sneakers, in my opinion, but
And I was with
Kobe, I
Reebok at the
mean,
time. I was a Bach
you
boy
know,
for
you know what I'm saying?
sure.
So,
I was a Bach boy for sure.
like to me, it was just like those things kind of matter. I think De'Aaron Fox presents Curry's brand with the level of like approach to the game that Curry does. Like I think Curry could have picked anybody to do it, but somebody
Agreed.
who I think he feels has similar
And I think
safe nigga traits as him.
I think De'Aaron's going to take the
Got
torch
to be on his
when Curry's gone. I think De'Aaron's going to take the torch, and I think that's fly. I think all that.
yeah.
I just don't think, to me, when he's a person that you have to go through right now, I don't think it was a good idea for me. That's all I'm saying. All right.
Either way, Curry wins.
Curry wins. Shout out to Curry. Shout out to UA. Shout out to De'Aaron. Big deal. Shout out to him. I'm sure it's probably life changing money for him and his family. And for whatever reason, whenever he goes against the Los Angeles Lakers, he feel like he has to turn into a fucking Super Saiyan. Anyway, speaking of hoops, because we didn't talk about hoops, obviously. I don't even care about the specifics of the trade. Actually, I want to give us a applause. Since we've been on this pod for a long time, we and I think we've done a good job of this. Have not talked about James Harden and the shenanigans and the bullshit that he was doing this entire time. Here go Rell. We have not been talking about him and what he was doing and how he was moving and all this shit until a trade was gonna happen. And now it finally happened. He's a Clipper. Today was his press conference with the Clippers. They have 4 days. His first game is going to be most likely Monday in New York in Madison Square playing against the Knicks. Thibodeau's gonna be on that ass. Pause.
Can I get to New York by Monday?
Oh, you gonna fly out, money boy? Yeah. So again, I don't even want to do the who won the trade shit because I don't. That's to TBD, and we don't have to talk about that. Just what do you guys? I don't know which way I want to take this, but
I know where I want to take. Can I go?
Tag me in.
Yeah, tag me in.
Do you think the Clippers are legit championship contenders now with their new foursome of this? And this what makes me mad. All LA based players,
except for Paul George. I just want to start off with one thing. Daryl Morey fucking lied. All right, so I just want to get that out there. Daryl Morey is a liar, and that I'm with James Harden. And I stand with James Harden in this whole situation. I don't even think Morey should be in the league if you really want to talk after really what happened with the whole fiasco with the NBA and the China situation. But that's a whole other subject. So Daryl Morey fucking lied. I just want to get that out there first because he lied to James and it's bullshit. And I think that James is in the right, and I think that that he stood his ground and he got what he deserved. You want to go to Clippers, cool. You're gonna lose to Bron, as you see last night. We played shorthanded, so you already know what you're gonna expect. But you can take your ass over to the Clippers, and get these L's. But I'm happy he got away from Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey is a loser. But yes, the Clippers are championship contenders because they had all the Clippers championship issues was health. It was never the fucking team. It was always health. And we can't even say they low managed because when you look back every fucking year, there was always a misfortune injury. You can even go back to the Blake knee injury, Chris Paul hamstring, broken hand. The Clippers have just been cursed with injuries. They should have been champions, if you ask me. That one of those Lob City teams should have won a championship. So, yes, the Clippers are championship contenders, and I think that is, if health is on their side, they'll be one of the most dangerous teams in the West. Obviously, it's every fucking year. It's Groundhog Day. You can even say this however you want to see it. It's every year, as long as you have that talent, even if they didn't even bring up James Harden, this is going to be health. They added James Harden now, and guess what it's still going to be? Health. because you're not going to rely on James Harden in the playoffs. You're not going to rely on Russell Westbrook in the playoffs. You're going to rely on exceptional Paul George and exceptional Kawhi Leonard. And then guess what? And if someone of those two getting injured, you got serviceable pieces in Norman Powell and Terrence Mann backing them up, ready to go, and serviceable, good defenders, and that can play 3 and D guys. The Clippers are fucking deep, man. Hell yeah, it's a good move.
Clips.
I don't think they're championship contenders. I think that they are.
But why not? What's the thin line? How many contenders do you say in the league then, Clips?
Well, we're going to stay right here in LA. Before we go that far down the road of who is who, I'm looking at it from a perspective of this same team, the attributes that they have is going to make it harder for them as they go to the next round of playoffs. Yes, you're talking about intangibles of health, right? And who's going to be exceptional. I think the hardest part about it is, and all the analysts talk about who's going to sit on the ball. What are they willing to conform to in their style of play? Like the only person who I'm not worried about in style of play and understanding how to adapt and conform is probably Kawhi, right? But now with that mindset, who's going to rally the other characters in the story to be on the same page? I think it's a lot of ego and lack thereof, right? Ty Lue is not going to be able to tell James Harden what to do. At some point, Harden is going to look at him and be like, come on, my nigga. And then Russ is going to be in a situation where he's frustrated. But what I will say
shout
is,
out to Russ
I don't
yesterday. We really needed needed 6-on-4 yesterday. Shout out to Russ.
But I would add this to Clips. Ty Lue is probably one of them ones. He don't give a fuck. Like he would tell James Harden to sit down and put his ass on the bench if there's an issue quicker than any coach in the league, and I promise you that. I'll leave it at that.
I believe that
one of them ones.
I believe that, but history is still going to tell me that even though that happens, it's not going to sit well with James. James don't respond well. James, you can't drop James off to Bobby Knight. So what I'm also look at is when they got up off of some of those players like KJ Martin, like some of their future, like if one of these people go down, they threw us all their future. Like they're betting their future on it, on this potential championship.
They don't. So, not to cut you off, Clips. I'm sorry. They do not own their picks until 2029, I think.
That's detrimental, big dog.
Picks.
But it's gonna matter if you're talking about what our biggest worry is health.
There's no eject button on this Clipper team.
No, there ain't no coming back. And you're stuck with this unless you get off somebody's contract.
Yeah.
And how many?
No, hold on, mind you, everybody's a free agent.
Everybody's a free agent too. That was going to be my point too. Go
ahead. Yeah, no, and that's straight. But if they let go of a centerpiece of championship too soon, everybody gonna talk shit. If they don't, like, it's just gonna be bad. I just think that in the long run, this year ain't the year that they do what everybody thinks they're gonna do. They have to. There needs to be chemistry. There's going to need to be more of that bench. It needs to get a little deeper. And then on top of that, I need to see them all hit the floor before I'm just saying, yo, yeah, they about to be the scariest team, because I don't see that team, this current team, beating the Warriors. I don't see that happening. I don't see if the Clippers right now and the Warriors got paired up, I don't think that the Clippers would beat the Warriors in a 7-game series. Right now.
All right, Jesse.
I don't know. I mean, look, I don't know if this move made them exponentially better. I think this move shored up what they wanted and needed, which is somebody that can handle the ball and distribute. Obviously, the X factor, the wild card, the whatever you want to call it, is Russell Westbrook and what they do with Russell Westbrook. And you're right, Rell. Ty Lue will bench Russell Westbrook. He will make him come off the bench. He will do all those things. But at the end of the day, like, I hate this like cliche term, but when it comes to this one, this is truly like There's only one ball.
I knew
There's
exactly
only
I
one
knew exactly
ball.
where you're going.
And it's like you got 4 ball dominant. Like you said, Kawhi. Kawhi does do a great job of adjusting, but I got to give credit to Paul George. Paul George, everywhere he's gone, he has done an amazing job of adjusting and playing with the guys that he has and adjusting to
Not
their
to
stuff.
mention at the
So
start
he
of the
can play
season,
on ball, all that stuff, but there's one ball, and these guys
and
all
Paul
And not
George
to
is
mention,
balling. I mean, and we're only 6 games in, but PG-13 is back. The nightmare PG-13
I think
is back.
you're right. And here's my I think, Jesse, I'll let you finish that. I don't think Kawhi wants to burden that offensive load anymore.
No, the nigga said he won. Pause. He got quoted today during his interview. He said he want to play all 82. He said he's sick of resting and he wants the heavy load this year. His words.
But but here's the thing though. Kawhi can play 30 minutes and just stand in the corner, hit corner threes, and get 17, 20 points and just defend and be equally as effective if James Harden is playing the correct way or however that old James Harden style. All I'm saying is that Kawhi doesn't need
That's a
that.
really good regular season formula.
But I'm saying Kawhi doesn't have to go 23 and 7 and 5. Go ahead, Jesse.
I will say this: if they go to that undersized like lineup,
The one that the Lakers destroyed yesterday?
I mean they destroyed it, yes, and they'll destroy it more.
With Christian Wood and Anthony Davis?
They'll destroy it more.
Jackson Hayes.
They'll destroy it more with Harden because Harden's just not going to play defense. I don't think he's going to come to play defense. There's Paul. He's coming in and saying,
He did
"Hey, that's
championship,
Paul
baby."
George and there's Kawhi."
That's the problem.
That's not what he said during his interview.
They can say shit all the time, Kev.
I'm just
Jordan
telling.
Poole said he's going to play well.
You know what I'm gonna do
All
now
this
since
nigga's
we
been
got
doing
this
is
mic?
dumb shit.
I'm holding niggas to their words. That's
Why
what
would you do that?
you say the shit. I'm holding you to your words. They come out your mouth. I can hold you to your words.
Since when do we do that? Kyrie is waiting for somebody to ask him about Israel. So he is
if it
waiting
comes out your
for
mouth,
that.
I'm holding it to
He
you.
advancing.
Fuck that. Kyrie. Fuck that. Kyrie got to start talking.
He's literally begging for somebody to ask him about Israel, and the nigga said he won't talk about it. He wants to talk about it.
I was joking with Rell about this, or I forgot. I was like, whoever's advising Kyrie right now is doing a masterclass because Kyrie wants to say something, but he's
sold out.
He's riding on his shoes and leaving messages. And I promise you, I made a joke I don't know if it was Rell or Jess. I meant to one of y'all, and I was like, I bet he writes on the Sharpie a shoe, and before he sends it out and goes on the court, he sends it to his like social media manager or somebody's like, "Yo, this cool? Can I get this off without backlash?" And they look at it and they be like, "Nah, Kyrie, you can't get that off."
He's asking.
Remember.
Hey, get a new pair, bro.
Remember, Kai was supposed to be the free one. Remember the uncontrolled.
Kai is Kev. Kai is right. Kyrie is riding on his shoe because he's begging for a reporter to say, "What did it say on your shoe?" And none of them are biting. None of them is taking the bait. He's
because
he's not playing right now too. He's been hurt
about
like the last 2 games.
But anyways,
which is kind of crazy because they're undefeated and he's hurt, which is kind of wild. But you know.
But anyway,
well, I mean, it makes sense.
The thing I would just say is like we hit this point already, and it's the number 1 point of all time. They're a championship contender in theory. They're a championship contender on paper. They're a championship contender by talent, but none of these guys, except for Westbrook. The one that's the X factor. None of these guys, we have seen them in a full playoff, do a full playoff run. And Paul George too. That's disrespectful.
I mean, he's been doing saw Kawhi last year. He looked good for 2 games,
and then he was done. Now he's saying he's gonna play 82 games.
Wait, you wasn't limping in the game.
Yeah,
because Jesse, he's a free agent, and they implemented that.
That's what it is, though. So that's the thing that Rell keeps harping on. This is why I don't know if it's gonna work, and I don't know what work is. I honestly don't. In my opinion, I don't even think
he's gonna play the whole in-season tournament too.
I don't think. I Me personally, I don't think this team is better built than the Phoenix Suns, but we can get to that if y'all want to talk about that. I think the Suns are
let's
better
move
built.
on. Yeah, let's move on to the Phoenix Suns.
Honestly, the fact that Kawhi, Paul George, and James Harden can all be free agents at the end of this year, I think they're all going to be on their best behavior. I think they're all going to play hard. Like I said, Kawhi Leonard already came out recently today and said that he wants to, quote unquote, play all 82.
He could
laughing. I think it's cap too, but I'm holding niggas to their words. He said he wants to play all 82. He wants a heavy load.
Kevin, can I ask you the question? What do you think about this? Why is it that when people get to a certain point in their career, they always do something at this point in their career that was the best?
They want the bag. He wants his bag. He wants his extension. He wants his bag.
Like remember, because like AD said he bulked up, and then he said, I got too buff now, but now this season is the right season. Like AD, you look the same from the last couple seasons that you came in.
Jumper's like a little better though. Jumper's a little better.
The jumper's a little better, same shit with like Kawhi. So you had this whole load management plan planned out since you got to LA. And since you've been in LA, you've consistently gotten injured. You've missed games. Even with the consistent load management, I mean, I can't even doubt your injuries because they're all legit knee injuries. Legit. I mean, but at the same time, but what the fuck was Paul George doing at the same time? And we brought it to the system for 4 fucking years. Why now? Why now is all of a sudden
because their contracts is up? It's as simple as that. They have incentive to play.
It's time to get paid. I'm sure Paul George and Kawhi Leonard's representation.
But I will tell you this.
They were waiting on them extensions. They were
waiting.
That's a crock of shit.
That is. And I will say this. And I will say this. It's guaranteed that both of them are not coming back.
I don't know about that.
I think so.
I think the Clippers are going to go
down. I think boy's going to go over that luxury tax easy.
Okay. When I say
one
both
might not come back, I agree with Rell.
When I'm saying both is both of them come back. It's what I mean. At least one is coming back, but not both. It's coming back.
I got you.
I for sure believe.
Then it's both.
I can tell you really like this.
It's both.
I 100%. I think
it's sign and trade.
I 100% believe James Harden is coming back next year. He will be on the Lakers. I mean, wow, he will be on the Clippers next year in the new building.
Bomb?
No,
I think the Clippers are going to try to go after Karl Anthony Towns.
I think.
They don't have any picks.
Can't. There's no picks.
Not now. They can't trade for nobody ever again.
I think they're going to try to.
He said they can't trade for nobody ever again.
At the end of next season, the beginning of next season, this is the new CBA. Railroads know what I'm saying. You can't group together contracts. This is nerd.
Really? Okay.
You can't group together people's contracts to get one player anymore.
You can't do sign and trade
to match.
No, they have to match because they're going to be an apron team, so it's going to have to be a swap. Pretty much
have to match. So there's no taking two $15 million players and getting a $30 million player next year.
No
That's
more.
That's going to be out.
That's over.
I think
it's over.
I wouldn't put it past them trying. I wouldn't put it past.
They have no picks. Even if they try to get the Timberwolves are going to look at Cat as positive as they should. Compensation. They're gonna want picks, and the Clippers can't have them. All right, so let's get to the Battle of LA yesterday. Speaking of the Clippers, yesterday the Lakers and the Lakers finally beat the Clippers after a billion years.
11
since the bubble. It's been 11 straight games of them losing. So I got some Lakers stats before we
still got more rings.
I got some Lakers stats.
I'm still waiting for a Clipper
in the preseason. The Lakers looked good. We were all talking about how the Lakers' three-point shooting has been looking positive, and it looks like they had. I will say this: this is the most talented shooting they've ever had around LeBron and AD in their LeBron AD era on the Lakers. This is the best shooting they've
since
had.
the Danny Green, Kuzma, KCP lineups.
Sure.
Fair, I guess.
Fair. This is the best shooting they've had. But so far out of the gate, the shooting is out of 162 attempts so far this season, they've only made 39 attempts. That is a whopping 27% from three. That there are the 28th team in 3-point percentage for the whole year. They're down there with teams the likes of the Chicago Bulls and the Charlotte Hornets. They're one of the worst 3-point shooting teams. Again, it's early. I don't want this is I'm not again, this
can't
is
even
not
sample
forever.
size until 10 games.
Again, that's what I'm saying. I just it's early. It's early. Also, this team. So we've commended this team. Everybody talks about the Lakers' size, right? They're big. Christian Wood surprising the hell out of me. He's finishing games.
Big Woody
Rell
style.
feels like I should apologize to Christian Wood when I was surprised. I was like, he's finishing
Formally.
games. I'm surprised.
Formally.
Nah, son.
I don't think a lot of people
Big
thought
Wood.
Christian Wood.
So
I don't think a lot of people
Christian
thought
Wood
Christian
is
Wood
what
be
we thought
finishing
Rui
games.
Hachimura
So
would be.
what's the question, Kev? What's the question?
All I was gonna say was what I was getting to. So the Lakers' offensive rebounding. You would think that this team is a really good offensive rebounding team, but again, they're not. They rank 28th at 8.5. They only get 8 offensive rebounds per game. Again,
Bad rebounding team.
Bad teams down there like the Portland Trailblazers and the winless Grizzlies.
Okay, if you point out bad rebounding team, then show me a bad transition defensive team. Tell me that stat because I bet you look at it.
I didn't look at it. No,
because that means if we're not crashing offensive board, we're getting back on defense. Is what I'm trying to say.
The Lakers aren't that good in transition. I could look at those numbers too, but it'll take me.
Tell me the numbers. I promise you, it's middle of the pack right now because scoring is up right now. It's 5 games. Scoring is up right now.
Sure, especially since Boston put 155 on Indiana's head. Sure.
Here's what I would say. Look, let's throw all these numbers out the window. Let's do the reason of concerns. The shooting obviously is a concern because it reminds you of last year, how terribly they shot last year.
How Dennis Schroeder was the second best
shooter
last year.
They're already better at that. At this moment, it's just guys that it's like they're good shooters. They're in a slump. They'll pick up. It's guys like Prince that's hitting. He was doing very well in the first couple.
Game one came out with a house of fire.
A little better. You know what I mean? These guys Reeves, he finally has had a good game. If we want to call that a good game, he had a good enough game. But I think that crossover into the shot kind of got his groove back. I think he's going to start getting a lot better.
It was like he got a sensu bean. Keep going.
Yeah. So I think that all that, yes, the rebounding is a concern because it's kind of like you watch AD and you don't see much like beyond him shooting better. You don't see anything that he's improved as a big man and doing the big man stuff that he keeps saying that he's going to do, and he doesn't want to do it. But Christian Wood being there, Jackson Hayes, they're picking up. They're picking up the slack on that stuff. It just sucks because it's like AD, you can literally be unstoppable if you just. But we're no longer gonna rely on the potential of a guy that's been here for 11 years in the league. We're never gonna. You are what you are right now. From now on, no like more. AD. Oh, if AD's on, he's the best top 5 player. No,
it's like,
AD
bro,
is top 12.
You've been raw offensively now your whole career. You're like you've been raw on
this is all facts.
No more disclaimers. No more things.
Facts and unfortunate.
What we see. You are what we see. That is it. There is he can be this top 5 player, MVP year. None of that. No more with AD. I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of qualifiers. I'm tired of
all I'm going to say is I know why
he's in the top 5 potential list.
Top
5 potential.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I know why people say it is because they still expect New Orleans Anthony Davis, but that dude has been gone. That dude has been dead and been gone for a long time.
And be honest with you,
how many years of that did we get? How many years? We only got like 2 years of that.
And I'll be honest with you, and if you watch that AD, way more athletic, booming on cats' heads.
But Rell, that AD is an anomaly. That ain't the real AD.
He was the best role man since Amari Stoudemire, prime Amari. And he's better than Amari. Yeah.
Oh, what you mean role like pick and roll?
He's probably the best role man.
Yeah.
Ever of all. He's at least one of the best 3 role mans of all time. It's like him,
Yeah,
Giannis.
that. But is he better than Amari Stoudemire? Nigga, with prime Amari, two catch it with both hands and Amari in the paint.
It's close. It's close.
I don't know, Amari. You threw that thing up.
It's
was
close.
like it was.
Yeah, and it didn't matter what type of point guard.
I'm about to say he had Drew for a little bit, but I don't know.
That's tough because the point guard helps define
Nash,
that too.
And Nash was creative as fuck.
Yeah.
LeBron James is one of the best passing players of all times, and he only can get him to 23 points a game.
But I'll just finish with this. I think the one thing that really only it doesn't concern me. It just kind of is a bummer where it's like, hey, we got all these guys. You guys were supposed to be able to step up. LeBron playing less minutes at the beginning of the season, and so far it's been the LeBron.
That last one game.
Yeah, it's been the LeBron show, and he has to do more than. And you thought with these guys he wouldn't have to do that much, at least. But I will also say we got a tough beginning of the schedule. You know what I mean?
That too. I mean, being the Lakers is obviously that you're going to get the ring night game, and then the way the schedules are, the NBA was really tired of not having LeBron KD game together. So they made it literally the second game. It was like, yo, we got to get LeBron versus KD. We've had 5 years of no LeBron versus KD, so we have to figure that out.
Base is a playoff team.
Can we talk about tomorrow?
The Suns just lost again right now, by the way, too. They just lost
by 20 points, but tomorrow's a big night. First night, in-season tournament kickoff. Are y'all excited? Because I am. I want to win it.
I don't get how it works yet. I'm gonna watch this long video breaking it down.
Why is he excited?
It works just like the WNBA, bro.
Because here's the thing, though. I just want the Knicks to win it because I feel like this could start the path of the second half of the Knicks organization.
On this Knicks,
and I feel like if the Knicks can win the in-season tournament this year, it could really set them on the path to get a star.
As long as
this is supposed to be Laker Rell, and he always brings up Knicks shit. Every time I hear Knicks shit, I think of that video of double fucking overtime.
That was crazy. I gotta get out there. I'm going to the Garden. I gotta get to the Garden.
As long as Randall is a centerpiece, the Knicks are not going.
Oh, here come Rell. Mando.
As long as
in the show, Kevin.
As long as RJ Barrett is a centerpiece, they ain't going nowhere.
They're waiting. We're
waiting. We're waiting for
on
Joel.
Donovan Mitchell.
We're waiting on Joel. We're trying to
wait
on
Joel. I don't know if Joel's coming anymore. If they get Pascal or OG and Anunoby, I don't know if that's
wait on who?
You still gonna be waiting on the process if Joel come, bro.
Yeah, his tummy ache. He'll miss a whole series.
Joel is. I said this to you. I think I said it in a message. Joel is becoming the Patrick Ewing of this era.
Oh shit! All right. Thank you guys.
I'm not talking about skill wise. I'm talking about where he has gone. He hasn't gone to the championship.
No, he has a point.
I know you agree with that, Rell. I don't.
I'm out of this one. You called him Patrick Ewing. It's crazy.
I ain't saying he's obviously a better player than Patrick Ewing. I'm not saying. I'm saying just the accolades.
Regular season stats. Getting over the hump. Fucking MVP. Yeah, of course. I'm just saying his tummy ache and he misses a whole series.
I just say that he's continuing to fall short, and that was what Patrick Ewing did. So I'm not talking about skill wise. I'm not comparing them as players.
And we can't. And don't disrespect
28 points in the season before.
Yes, nigga. Go back and watch Patrick Ewing.
Wait, you don't know Patrick Ewing's game? Wait.
No. I'm familiar with Patrick Ewing's game. I'm just trying to figure out. And then they can play 82 games.
He was one of the most durable centers ever.
I ain't talking about comparing the players. I'm comparing what they have done.
Yo, I'm about
in their the level of
as individuals. Like if you got to compare them on paper against each other, I get what you're saying.
I'm literally
getting to a certain point and not getting over the hump.
I promise you, I'm gonna watch them 1989 Patrick Ewing now.
This ain't about what they were doing.
You gotta watch 91, 92.
I'm watching 1989. That's where I'm starting.
Why? That's when his rookie season. So it was actually he was 4 years in at that point because he got drafted in the '84 draft.
I want to watch. Anyways, I want to watch 1989. That's where I want to watch. Why are you?
The Knicks may get Joel Embiid. They may get Cat.
No, stop saying that.
Oh, you don't want Cat?
No,
Timberwolves are gonna have to do something. All right. This pod's going long. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you. And if you if you're really late, listen to this late in the pod. We really fuck with you. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps the pod grow. Help the pod go a long way. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate you guys. If you guys get the chance, wish me happy birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow's my birthday. Shout out to y'all. We love you. We appreciate you guys. We're those millennials, and we're out.
Peace.